All right, what's up, my good people? It is your girl Mitch Gaming, and we're officially live tonight for the PUBG Mobile Sub-Sahara Clash. It is Group B, and not even any new level, but we are in that semi-finale, and I'm quite excited. Again, you have to pardon me, no face cam. Guess what? Your caster is in a blackout. But anyway, we found a way, and we are finally here. I can cast the games. The only difference is that you'll have to stare at that. But yes, of course, if you're here in the live stream, how are you feeling? Are you excited for Group B? Because I know I am, seeing that the teams that are going to be participating in Group B are the biggest teams that we have here in SSA. I'm not saying that Group A is not the same level, but we do understand that in terms of not skills, but when you look at Group A and Group B, all the teams in these groups are very intense, and I'm here to see how, of course, they will be performing and what are we going to be expecting from tonight's games. But so far, we are in that first game of the night. It is, I believe this is Rondo, and it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Excuse me. I am excited to see how the teams are going to be performing. I'm not going to be making any speculations and say this team is the one that is going to give us a chicken dinner, or this team is the one that is going to give us the most eliminations. But I will be here for it all just to see which team will be dominating in these games. Otherwise, welcome to the live stream. Make sure you're chilled, relaxed, and ready for the action. Look at, of course, we have two playing parts when it comes to Rondo, but of course, most of the teams seem to be quite comfortable around the western side here of Rondo. Zhao Tin, for some reason, is empty. I don't know why, but it has really good loot. I'd go there if I were the one playing, but of course I'm not. But we have no teams going towards that side. Looking at test truck there, we might just be seeing something happening there, but we'll give it time to see whether we'll have some action or not. We actually have some teams leading towards the eastern side as well. I can't see much of them there, but it seems like the action has already begun, and some teams are already taking on the starting fights. Remember, this is a Rondo, and recalls can actually happen. We have GAMAX Esports. Of course, I have to give you the big news here. This is a rebrand of RGC that is reject. As you can see, they're already trying to form some eliminations, but someone is already getting one off here. Someone is already getting some action. Someone has been eliminated, and I don't think that was part of their plan to go back to lobby this early. But of course, if it was, then that's quite unfortunate. But of course, GAMAX Esports is definitely trying to get the revive happening. They're trying to get their numbers back up, but I'll be waiting to see how they actually perform now that they have been able to rebrand. Another team that has also done a rebrand, remember everyone is practicing for PMNC right now, and the other team that is doing a rebrand is Rage Esports. So in case you're watching and wondering where is Rage Esports, I'm here for you. Don't worry about it. Rage Esports are coming in here. They have a new name. They go by ASTRA now. They go by ASTRA Creatives, and we'll be seeing how they perform as well. Of course, it's going to be a tight night for these teams, and I'm here for it all. But then so far, so good. The action seems to be brewing everywhere. Okay, sorry about that. I had to check on something, my bad. All right, so we have ASTRA Creatives there. You can see CD, a very popular name there for Rage Esports, and I cannot wait to see how they're going to be cooking now that they have been able to rebrand. but he's trying to get some pre-fires there. We have Melio trying to get on that push. We have Synthesis, another team that has done a rebrand, and that will be Team Angry, changing their name and logos, everything that comes with them, just to prepare for the upcoming tournaments. And we have Melio trying to get the push happening there. He's very much ready to take on the players of Synthesis. A revive is happening, and Melio is trying to go in for that push. Of course, he's going to pressure them, opens the door, gets the pre-fires. No, Casinho says you need to relax, Melio. It's not yet time for this type of fight. But of course, it is just the first zone fight, and I'm expecting nothing but funny plays coming from the teams. But then so far, so good. Most of the teams are still standing, 17 teams in the lobby, and they are still trying to lock in. I'm not seeing any new plays here for the teams. Most of them are just playing it cool, avoiding as much fight as possible. And of course, it's going to pay out if they are not going to go back to lobby as a full team. If you're already here in the live stream, which teams are you guys vouching for, and why are you vouching for them? Why in Group B are you watching the live stream? Which team is making you watch the live stream tonight for the Pubg Mobile Sub-Sahara Clash group stages for Group B? You can tell me that in the comment section. But of course, you can see RUTHLESS Academy there is in the building, and I can't wait to see what they do. FOWL seems to have a couple of fans in the comment section. FOWL, yet to see what they can actually do, but they have 2 eliminations in their name. I am expecting more from them, and I am still waiting for more from them. I'm just waiting to see what they're going to give us for Team BERSERK. We have them cooking up some grenades. I couldn't wait to get the pictures for these players here so we can see who is who. But of course, now we have some fights happening there. We have ASTRA Creatives, Melio, the teammate here, trying to get some eliminations. Synthesis is right in the same place. And this time it seems like Rossini will be the one trying to get some eliminations for his team. Maybe a comeback, but you have to be careful. Someone is on your back. And Synthesis will be getting that knock, and the thirst on Rossini. Patience is key, and it seems like Synthesis is taking advantage of that phrase. Now, here's the thing. No one has been eliminated yet. Look at Synthesis, 2 players down. They can still get the recall. We'll give them time on that. But I'm yet to see action. All I'm seeing is patience. But remember, patient games, at the end of the day, will come to bite you. If we get to the final zone and there's nothing you can do about it, then my friend, that patience game, if you're not good with your reflex, your device is not strong enough, you don't have good teamwork communication, that last zone fight might just be where you don't want to be as of now. But then so far, so good in Factory. We do have BERSERK, the Sphinx, and Synthesis, that is Milk. I don't know if the name was Milk. Till today, I don't know how to say his name. Totally okay. We have them in Factory, but you can see all the other teams are not even here. I don't think they want to stay here at all. But Team BERSERK is quite comfortable with locking it in. Team Unique, Madman in the building. We do know he's a madman. That's something we have to agree, especially on getting the MVP title. I don't think I've seen anyone getting MVP titles as much as Madman and Shiva. But we'll see. Maybe it will change as the years progress. That's all for Team Unique. Making the rotations. 4 straight has been able to score them. Namey with some active sprays there, trying to get some damage on Team Unique, but the sprays are not really connecting. Kaish is also getting close to Lil Boy. He knows someone is there. Finally, the push is actually happening. Lil Boy gets distracted. He goes down. Namey, the rest of Team Unique. You have Madman getting closer. The player is knocked out by Namey, and the shotguns. No, not Namey. Oh, someone is third party. No way. Where the third party is coming from now. Namey is lucky with that, but a grenade is in his hand, looking for a Kobe. As a team tries to close in, but Team Unique has been surrounded from all angles, and they'll not be surviving that. Now, Forstron is happy with this because now they're lucky enough to survive, but the only difference is that not everyone is willing to take on some random fight here. Everyone is just taking their time. Tribe Warriors, 4 eliminations to their name, but Team Unique will be sitting in the lobby wondering how did this happen. Tribe Warriors, we have Jojo, Topic, Haida, and Kairos all in for that push on Namey. A grenade on Jojo's hand. He's looking for that Kobe, and the grenade goes in. Doesn't really get any damage on Namey. He's waiting. Kairos is finally here. We have Namey trying to cook up a grenade. You can hear them getting closer. The nade goes in. No one is getting knocked, just just yet, but the nade was a perfect Kobe, and now Naomi gets surrounded, a beautiful Kobe there from Hader, and that will be taking Naomi down. I mean, if Naomi had his teammates and 4 strength, maybe would have been able to survive this, but unfortunately, our friend here is alone, and there's nothing they can do about it. That is quite unfortunate there, but then so far so good. The teams are taking their time, and as you can see, most of them are not really in that mood to fight unless it's necessary. Which team is AST? So AST is ASTRA Creative. That is a rebrand for Rage Esports. Same as GAMAX Esports here is a rebrand for RJC. I don't know if the rebrands will give us something new, but I'm excited. You know how it goes. Excitement is locked in. We need to see who's going to give us this something to talk about in our scene. It's going to be the teams that have decided to rebrand. Or we're going to be seeing new teams coming and joining the party when it comes to dominating the esports scene for Africa. But then so far so good. Most of the teams are not really taking on any unnecessary fights. Most of them are just playing it safe, and they're avoiding as many fights as possible. No one is willing to expose the other to take on any unexpected fights. It is looking quite good for them. Looking at GAMAX Esports. Don't really have anything happening where they are. We have Shiva in the building. We have Light, Kuza, and C. All of them, the team and ready to cook. So I cannot wait to see how they actually take on the fight here. GAMAX Esports making their way there. They do have a team that will be 4-kill esports. Light is trying to scope up the area, trying to see if he can spot anyone, but no one is being spotted just yet. Foul play. They have been exposed to Team Pride, Nigeria in the same compound, but there can only be one winner. I'm not sure if it's going to be Pride or is it going to be foul play there. FOWL and RUTHLESS there from Kenya. We have Shakid, Swashi, Zumi, very good names. We know of their skills. We know what to expect from them. And I'll be there to see how they actually do these fights. So far, so good. Most of the teams are playing safe. No one wants to really take on any unexpected fights. But as you can see, someone is getting casualties, and it's not looking good for them. A rug there is getting some of the teammates knocked. Of course, foul play as well is also taking on some action. You can see around Factory is about to get crowded, but foul play will be losing numbers. And Team Pride, that is going to be shy, looking at foul play. He's waiting for them to make another mistake, but he has to make it into that safe zone. The blue zone is quite damaging. The zone is about to shift. The damage from that blue zone will be there. And if they don't make it into that safe zone on time, some teams will lose players and will be a very unfortunate situation for them. But so far, again, guys, no one has gone back to lobby. Come on, Group B. I know we are trying to lock in, but let's relax. Let's relax. I mean, they're trying to lock in so much, thinking about the finale. But I mean, money on the line, $300, that does come into play as well on how the teams are taking on their fights. We're looking at Royal Academy by Factory. They have Synthesis right next to them. They're sleepy. He is able to see it here. There will be Berserk. He's trying to get some sprays there, but no one is actually getting damaged. He's just spotting them, threatening their lives, but no one is exposing the other to any fight. So for Factory, as 3 teams there, Synthesis, Team Berserk, and Royal Academy, all of them in Factory, patiently waiting for each other, but no one is taking the other on. Everyone is patient, looking for that opportunity, but of course, it's not going to be a different time for them here. They're just taking their time. I'm trying to understand what's up. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. So far we have Persecutors. We have not seen much of them just yet, but FOWL and RUTHLESS is right where they are. They're trying to get some grenades towards them, looking for this Kobe. But the grenades are not really connecting. They're very, very patient. And of course, PST as well. They're looking for that chance. They have been able to get a knock on a Royal Academy player, Smoker, taking him back to lobby. The zone is getting smaller, and for some reason, we'll be going back to Factory. They will be expecting some action, some fight. Someone will be exposed to unnecessary action. And I don't think they're ready to lose just yet. So far, so good. We have the players, they're making their way into that safe zone. Fallen Ruthless, Persecutors, they have one of the teammates already knocked. The driver there from Swash and his teammate. Swash goes in, they get another player down. 3 players knocked from the Persecutors. And Fallen Ruthless will be ensuring the players are not revived at all, taking them back to lobby. Now foul play. They are joining the fight. Grenades in, but the from Shirkin are quite damaging. We have played, getting spirit from every single angle, looking for the Fallen Ruthless. And Solo will be playing a little bit safe right now. They have gotten enough damage. One case, the convoy is here. The backup they needed for Fallen Ruthless is finally here. And Solo and the teammates have to be very careful. Team Pride is also in the same place. Shirkin, he gets exposed to Solo. Grenades are flying. A Kobe on Solo, and foul play. That will be 56. You are the last man standing. A grenade is coming from Fallen Ruthless. That grenade is good. It's going to be a Kobe, but he changes his position. He's exposed as well. The damage from Fallen Ruthless does not end there, but the backup is finally here. Foul play. The teamwork is coming to play, and the grenades are in. They're trying to get some Kobe's on the Fallen Ruthless. The smoke is blinding everyone, and Fallen Ruthless not moving just yet. Team Pride, they're also getting closer. They want a taste of this fight play. That will be Yobo. He can see Team Pride. He knows they're there, but they have to do it faster. So there's also the damage from the zone. Beautiful shotguns there from C. He tries to do something, but he goes down as well. But he has backup. His donkey, he's watching the fight from the side. He gets the knock, and he gets knocked as well. Grenades are still flying. Everyone from Team Pride is trying to figure out what's next. So we have Yen there thinking on his feet together. His teammate Tensky, they go away from this fight. They will be surviving. But for the other teammates, that will be Donkey and Shire. They're not be surviving this time round. Have a push there from Yan, trying to get closer. Yan, so pre-fires, he had a grenade, beautifully done there with the switch. He's also getting good damage, but Yan will be knocked. His teammate is a little bit slow. Young is already done with him, and the second player goes in, and he gets eliminated as well. Royal Academy Young is on the streak. He just got his wife on Team Pride, and they'll be going back to lobby. Quite unfortunately, if you ask me, but of course, a win is a win. Beautifully done there by those teams. And good action, good strategies, but the zone is also shifting. Still a part of factories in that safe zone. Natural killers are still in the game, still dominating, giving people a hard time. Team Berserk, you have Wraith there. Start to get some sprays there towards Tribe Warriors. Play on the other side is also losing numbers. The good play there for trying to give his teammates some cover. Beautifully done. The damage is amazing. But of course, it's trying to think on his feet there. If one mistake is, oh my days, it was locked in, and the mistake is giving them a hard time right now. Top C trying to get the revive. Natural killers are watching this fight from afar, and Tribe Warriors has to lock in. Everyone is watching them, and they're not letting them leave this place without a fight. Everyone is getting closer to the other. GAMAX Esports, they have been pushed full strength. Shiva is back again with the cookie that is getting eliminations back to back. Last player remaining. Shiva, you are the only person standing from your team. That's why the player is actually healing, and Shiva is very much aware of this. He's confirming those eliminations because he doesn't want to go on with this fight without getting some wins from it. Beautifully done. And Shiva will be feeling proud of this player right now. He was able to confirm eliminations, and of course, full strength will be losing numbers. Just one player still standing. Will be trying to get some revives. But of course, Shiva cannot really go in for that push just yet. There we have Synthesis. That will be Milk. He's watching the fight. I'm not sure if he wants to engage just yet. ASTRA Creative. I can see people asking about them in the comment section. That is Rage Esports. But Pew, a grenade in his hand. He's cooking up something. He's looking for a Kobe. And that grenade will not be going where it's supposed to go to. Melee is also quite close. Pew, he goes in for that push. I mean, right now, ASTRA Creatives are cooking. Beautifully done by Pew. The FPP was perfection. And he'll be getting an easy elimination on ZEUS. Now, the zone is officially moving again. And all these teams have been forced to get closer here in factory, move around crates, around walls, everything, just to be able to survive. But when you look at GUF Academy, they're very far out in that zone, and they need to get closer. Otherwise, it will be a big loss for their team. Now, with a zone shifting, Tribe Warriors Jojo, that will be Milk sporting him and getting an amazing knock. But he has to keep on moving. He needs to get those eliminations. Look at Factory. It is a den of players. Another den of easy eliminations for teams that have composure, actually good communication. they could easily get good eliminations right now. But look at a player like Shiva. He's a solo, but every other team here has the numbers. But for Shiva, the tables are not looking good for him right now. But of course, this is Shiva we are talking about. I'm going to be expecting some good plays coming from him. I'm going to be expecting something new. So I hope he's going to be cooking for us. Otherwise, Synthesis is very close. Asteria is right next. Astra Creative, sorry, is right next to FOWL and Ruthless. We have Royal Academy, FOWL play still lacking by the edges. They don't want to be that close to the teams in Pubg, and that's totally okay. If you look at Shiva in that kill feed, he seems to be giving some teams a hard time there. He's getting some eliminations. Synthesis here, we can see them trying to also spot any meat that is passing by, anything that they can chew on, but no one is exposing themselves. You can see what's happening right now. FOWL and Ruthless, one is trying to get some sprays there on 4 strength, but of course he will be making it into safety without getting knocked by one Qs. So far, FOWL and Ruthless still have the numbers. But I have never seen this. What is happening? 10 teams? 7th phase? Hey, what are we doing here, Group B? What's actually happening? See, this is they're losing numbers as well. But unfortunately, Shiva will be going back to lobby with that fight. You have EXE, one of the teammates' top is down. It's going to be up to Danger God to do something about this. But of course, he has to get the revive for now. Royal Academy loses their numbers. FOWL and Ruthless still ready, but lazy. And the teammates are ready to apply pressure. But not only them, Synthesis, Sleepy, and Zeke are here as well. They might be cooking grenades. A beautiful one there. Almost getting some damage on Synthesis, but no one gets damage just yet. FOWL and Ruthless, they're looking for that loophole. They're not getting it just yet. Lazy, he goes down. Now Synthesis just has only one man. That would be Sleepy, and Pew Pew is still farming. But this is the thing. PP and Melio, last 2 players standing, they are getting cooked. FOWL and Ruthless is looking for that chicken dinner, and they will be looking for any opportunity to get any elimination. But then so far, so good. The game is looking quite good for Shakid. He does get that knock on Pew Pew. Now Melio, last player standing. The players are very aware of his location. Shakid is giving the command. They want to go in for that because the zone is closing. On Melio, he gets the first player knocked, but unfortunately, the numbers will not be favoring just yet. 16 still standing. The zone is shifting. FOWL and Ruthless, they need to get going. Aimbot says, I am not moving a muscle. And I'll be getting the last players as they try to make their way into that zone. Now, here's the thing. EXE, numbers, not looking good. 1 player down. 1 is getting revived. GUF Academy, Aimbot. He gets spotted. Shakir and the teammates locking that kill. Now we have just 3 teams now remaining. FOWL play find their way back to lobby. Now FOWL and Ruthless, EXE, and GUF Academy. Oh my days, this is gonna be a good one. I'm not sure who's going to be able to do this. Getting a chicken dinner is going to be somewhat of a story, but let's see what's really happened there. FOWL and Ruthless, Shakid, Zumi, and Swashi, last 3 players standing. GUF Academy as well, 3 players are still in. We have Bote Joe, we have Radiant, and we have GUF Ump. 3 players on that side. Look at that EXE, 2 players as well, top and underdog. This could be an easy one here. They will be eliminated as they try to make their way into the zone. FOWL and Ruthless are waiting. Oh my days, of course that was obvious. But look at FOWL and Ruthless, they're trying to make their way into the zone. Academy, oh no, the GUF Academy will not be making it this time around because FOWL and Ruthless will be taking them back to lobby as well. It is just the first game for Group B, and wow, whoever say, who is this? Femi, this is PMPL lobby, bro. I am as shocked as the viewers. Amazing play there from FOWL and Ruthless. Patience. We have not seen them anywhere in the kill feed till the last zone fight. Beautifully done, beautifully played. FOWL and Ruthless. Amazing chicken dinner for the first game of the night in Rondo. Well played, well deserved. I mean, there's nothing much to say there. The teams are trying their best. Astra Creatives, they tried their best. PP and Melio coordination, everything, but it did not work out. But looking at FOWL and Ruthless, there are 16 elims to their name. Shakid bagging 8, Zumi with 0, Swashi 6, and then you have, of course, 1 quiz with 2 eliminations as well. Looking at the damage on Shakid, 1,214 makes sense. He actually was getting a lot of knocks there. We could see in the kill feed he's getting those damage. Elims were working. But so far, he bags the highest elimination. Swashi following at, not even, yeah, Swashi Zumi has 0 eliminations but higher damage than Wonkiz. That's funny. They're looking at the match summary. There are 90 eliminations in total, 10 grenade elims. People are cooking Kobe's. We have no vehicle elim, 102 knocks. Makes sense. Most of them are getting eliminated to a whole 90 elims. Total heal at 9,816 and 52 assists in total from this game. Now, here's the good thing. If none is not using a vehicle, then eliminated, then this time around people are not playing open. Good stuff, eh? Head to head there for FOWL and Ruthless and Astra Creatives. FOWL bagging 16 elims and Astra at 11, but the damage on FOWL all the way 2,840 with Astra getting 1,492. That is a big margin. Heals on Astra though are quite high, 1,276. That's quite high. Total knocks at 10 and total knocks for FOWL and Ruthless at 13. Good stuff there coming from both teams. Quite a very interesting time. But MVP for tonight will be having none other than Shakid from FOWL and Ruthless with 8 elims, dealing a damage of 1,214, a heals of 181 with 6 knocks in total. Big up to you, Shakid. Well played, well deserved. In this game, I mean, we have seen the teamwork there as the zone was closing in, and of course, being able to get that chicken dinner for your team, that is a big win for you. The top players for this game, we have Shakid there with the 8 elims, a damage of 1,214. Shiva falling into 6, a damage of 1,362, higher than Shakid. So she coming in there with 6 elims, a damage of 630. We have Kairos with 4 elims, a damage of 877, and then 5th place we have Synthesis Milk with 4 elims and a damage of 834. Shiva, Shakid might just be giving each other pressure, but we'll be seeing how that goes. But looking at the rankings after the first match, we have Ruthless getting 26 points in total. Second place, Astra with 12 foul play, tying with Tribe Warriors and Synthesis, 10 points each. GUF Academy at 9, GAMAX ESPORTS 8, Executioner and 4 Strength tying at 7. ZEUS for Brain 6, 4 Kill 4, Team Berserk, Royal Academy, and Team Pride tying at 3 points each. The Persecutors 2, Team Unique, NK 1 point each, and then we have Ancient Champions with no name for now. No points actually. So far, so good. This is a very interesting game to witness. I have to give it to them. But of course, with that comes the end of match 1 with FOWL and Ruthless getting their chicken dinner. For now, of course, we'll be going into game 2. But first, we'll be taking a very quick break, and then we'll be right back after the break. See you later. All right, and we are officially back for game number two. Game one was intense, my good people. Game one was amazing. I mean, I cannot keep on insisting how much I enjoyed a game one, looking at how the teams were forming strategies. They were thinking about it. Are we going to be pushing this? Are we going to, take our time and come back later? That was not the case. Most of the teams actually came and they delivered. If your team did not deliver, do not worry about it. 3 more games to go tonight, and you still have time to redeem yourself. FOWL Ruthless, big up for that chicken dinner in game one. Now we are in that second game, which is Erangel, and all I can say is it's anyone's game. Erangel is anyone's game. A map we have played since you started Pubg Mobile should be anyone's game. But of course, looking at that playing path that is coming from the northwestern side, that is around George Ball, all the way to the southeastern side around Novo and Mills Power. So I'm guessing teams right now are going to be figuring out which place works for them, or rather, which is their favorite learning sport when it comes to any tournament. Of course, it is again anyone's game, and you can take advantage of SSA. Take it as a training ground. PMNC starts in the next 1 week. So this should be the best place for these teams to figure out where do you want to go, because these are basically the same teams you'll actually go against in PMNC. And I can't wait to see how it goes. Of course, you're going to be seeing some better options. I believe some teams will be fighting, and avoiding fights and waiting for that last zone and learning what opponent is like. A lot of things will come in play. And of course, I'll be there to judge. I'll be there to see how the teams are actually going to be performing. But so far, in the comment section, what do you guys think about the teams playing in SSA? Do you think they're PMNC ready, or are they not PMNC ready? You can tell me in the comment section your thoughts on this. Do you think they're PMNC ready, or they are not PMNC ready? Of course, some teams have been practicing for days on end, and they want to keep on going for those practices till they are satisfied. But that's so far so good. I cannot see any action just yet. Most of the teams are taking their time. I'm looking at the team, ZEUS Sovereign landing in Zarki. That will be a new one. We have GAMAX all the way into Rani. The areas in George Ball seem to be a little bit crowded. We have seen some teams landing on that side. Of course, it's going to be an interesting time for the teams that are not really familiar with that fast zone fight, the early hot drops. The teams that are not familiar with that might just be having a little bit of a challenge when it comes to this tournament. But looking at the team NK seems to have landed in the same place as ZEUS Sovereign, that is in Zarki. They're already losing a player. That would be scurvy. Taken back to lobby a little bit too early. The teammates Shroud, Bane, and Sway, they're all in the game. Played it safe should be the goal for now. Remember, this is a semi-finale. We are going into that grand finale, and we are going to be expecting a lot from these teams. Everything they do is very much important. So far, You have this Sovereign making rotations. They're looking for a loophole on the team that is going to be natural killers, who as well are also avoiding the fight. Everyone took their vehicles and scattered. Let you know what a part of these persecutors are also taking on a fight. And it seems like one of their teammates, that will be Lawrence, has been taken down. Colonel is starting to get closer. EXE, on the other hand, a teammate, Danger God, has been knocked and thirsted. But of course, they will be looking for more sprays from every side. Good damage there. PST is still trying to get the revive. Lord has been touched. Colonel trying to give some cover. A little bit far from the team. But of course, it's going to work out if Team EXE is not pretty much a lot. Grenades there are about to be cooked. Smoking up the area, that will be PST. They're looking to change their location. It is allowed. It is allowed. But of course, EX is quite patient there. PST, persecutors. Colonel, they're trying to get closer. He has been spotted. Some damage is on. He has been registered on him. EXE, that is micro. They're also trying to figure out what to do about this. You know, Pro today also holding a compound there, quite solid. PST Ravage, a grenade is in his hand. He's looking for a Kobe. But of course, the player is no longer there. Pro today, if he was there like a second before, that would have been a Kobe on him. Of course, seems like both teams do not have good utilities to take on this fight. They're looking for each other here, looking for that loophole. But of course, it's not really working. Another grenade goes Zeta Kobe, and that will be Pro today. Will be going down, and PST Lords, they want to take on the fight. But as you can see, GUF Academy is actually lurking around, and they're trying to scout out the area. What's really happening here? People taking each other on. They actually are. And EXE, their teammates, for the keepers in. Beautifully done there. EXE is getting their teammates knocked, and they're getting thirsted, and that'll be it for Execute. They will be going back to lobby, and TST, they will not be resting, because now GUF Academy, immediately the fight ends, they start lurking around as well. They want to get closer, and I can tell you for a fact, if they decide to clock this push, if persecutors are not ready, they will be losing a lot here, seeing that they are not yet quite full. Utilities are lacking. No grenades on their end. I hope they have enough meds. But as you can see, one of the teammates are not really healing up. I believe they're trying to get some meds shared between each other. But of course, the damage is not looking good here. GUF Academy is trying to lock in some sprays. Beautifully done there. All right, sorry about that, but it seems like we do have a fight there, and GUF Academy is ready to lock in. They're trying to go in for that, with the shotguns are looking good and Radiant. does a whole wipe by himself, wiping the whole team. That will be PhD getting 3 in knocks and thus easy peasy. That would be an easy 4 eliminations for GUF Academy Radiant with that save. But now as they finish that, we do have another team pushing them as well. The same fate that they had the Persecutors, it is coming back to them, and they have grenades about to be cooked where they are. And the teams, they come in quite aggressive. That will be 4 kill. Sal's a grenade in his hand. He's trying to cook something, but he gets damaged there. And Sheik was not able to cook up that grenade perfectly aimbot. Still down on his knees. GUF Academy, they're trying to find the best way to do this. And the pressure is on. 4 killer trying to go in for assault. But from the eliminations, Radiant, he gets pushed as well. And GUF Academy will be going back to lobby as well. A painful situation here for the team. But I mean, that is part of the competition. These things do happen. It is totally expected. They do happen. All right. So I'm back. I do apologize on that. But of course, how are you guys feeling? Again, I do apologize for leaving you guys hanging, and I'm excited. Again, I can talk. But of course, we are in that second phase of the zone, about to go into the third phase of the zone. Looking at where the teams are as of now, most of the teams are already very much safe in that safe zone. Most of the teams are not even ready to take on unexpected fights. You can see a team in prison, that is Team Pride. They're scouting around. They have literally split. We can see one all the way about to go to, I think that is Talber's side. He's about to go to Kamishki and areas around that side. But of course, he's doing some scouting for his team. Manshan has this one team, the safe zone going towards farm there. We'll be seeing most of them trying to secure compounds early before everyone else makes it into that safe zone. But of course, the zone is pushing people close to each other. They want to engage, they want to apply pressure on each other. And guess what? I advocate for that as well. Put that pressure. Make sure they feel pressure to be trying to get a chicken dinner from you. All right. But of course, as usual, comment section. How are we doing? How are you feeling? How do you think the teams are performing? Again, I do apologize for keeping you waiting and wondering where's this girl is there eating instead of talking. But then so far, we have our Team BERSERK there. We can see them supported by Team Unique. Guys, they're trying to scope up the area, looking at Team BERSERK as they make their rotations. A beautiful spray from Unique. They're trying to get some damage. No one's getting exposed just yet. The teams are playing a little bit safe. Let's see what they can really do. Kaisha and the teammates, they're looking at BERSERK there like fresh meat. They probably want to enjoy something. But then so far, so good a team like GAMAX ESPORTS. They also making their way to that safe zone. You can see some scouting happening here and there. I'm expecting the teams not to take on fights that they did not plan on engaging on. If the fight is not worth it, rule number one, always, and I mean always, leave. If you can run away, do it as well. But for ESPORTS, a team here that I've seen people trying to follow up on how they're doing. Unfortunately, Persecutors EXE got eliminated, GUF Academy as well. They got eliminated a little bit too early, but they had already gotten some good points for their team. I cannot wait to see where they will be on their overall ranking. But look at that 4 strength here. They're also playing it safe by the edge of that safe zone. There is a team right on that high ground where they are. So probably someone will be spotted and might just be taking on a fight. But then so far, natural killers as well. They're making rotations, looking for the safest place to be in. But they do not know if where they are is safe just yet. Natural killer Bane making his way around here, looking for that safe place to be in. I cannot see most of the teams taking on any fights. Are we going to be seeing another Rondo? Group B. Oh, I don't know. If again, we don't have a device. This will not be good. Seems like someone is making a rotation there and has been spotted. Knocked off the vehicle, and of course ZEUS server right now, Nomi cannot be touched. I've seen that the team that will be, I believe that is Team Pride, will be taking Nomi all the way back to lobby. ZEUS Rosemary making his way to a compound. Wheezy as well is making a run for it, but they seem to be losing numbers. Luku is down. Just 2 players are standing, Rosemary and his teammate. Oh, what teammate? Because that one got knocked as well. Now ZEUS Sovereign is losing numbers. 1 player remains standing. They have a lot to do now. They have to catch up. They have a lot of points to catch up on. But we'll be seeing what their plan will be for this game. Team Unique are still holding the same high ground. 4 strike. They have been spotted. A road accident there just happened right in front of Inos, and he's trying to get some damage there, but then he's not really connecting. He should have used that opportunity to get somewhere knocked, but it seems like he was a little bit slow with that reload. Of course, it's OG, but of course, anything could happen here. 4 strength. They're taking their time. We can see most of the teams are trying to gather up as many eliminations as possible. Tribe Warriors, they're getting pressured. Team BERSERK thinks a grenade has been cooked, That nade, if it was controlled, it would have been perfection, but that shotgun will be a beautiful knock on Team BERSERK. They're trying to go in. He got some damage, but somehow he was the player that was going down on his knees. His teammate is going in for that push as well. Team BERSERK is still cooking, but of course, the Tribe Warriors are ready to serve, and they have been able to get a knock. And the fact another player tries to go in, a pre-fire with the DBS. He's still again getting an S12K, and the jump shot will be beautiful, majestic, taking the players from Tribe Warriors back to lobby. That was a painful shotgun to watch, but of course these things happen and people end up losing teammates along the way. FOWL and RUTHLESS, winners of the first game. The chicken dinner is something that should have motivated them to do more, but Team Pride will be spotting them, and Yen will be knocked as well while he takes on Shakid. The teammates are closing in. FOWL and RUTHLESS, they have enough cover, but Shakid will be going back to lobby. They need to confront this. Dunsky, he wants to get the knock, but when Kuz, he has good fire. He's getting enough fire for his teammate not to get thirsted, but of course this cannot last for long, seeing that the teammates from Team Pride are getting closer, trying to smoke up the area. We do have a team as well lurking behind, but the zone has finally shifted and the teams will be going towards farm. Now, when you look at the game right now, most of the teams are not even in that safe zone. Team Pride, ASTRA Creatives, GAMAX Esports, all these teams are not in the zone and they need to get moving. Natural Killers, they're also trying to make their way into that safe zone. Royal Academy, they're losing numbers. And he gets knocked. And of course, we'll be going back to lobby. Natural Killers, they take on that shark. Good place to be in as long as no one tries to go in for that push. GAMAX, they're trying to get some sprays as well. They want to look for elimination. They have only 4 and they need more, but of course Pew trying to get that elimination, and GAMAX Esports, he will be eliminated easy. And that will be giving GAMAX a chance to go in for that revive on their knocked teammate. Grenades from foul play, they want to give them some pressure as well. We have Solo, a nade has been launched, it's almost getting closer, and a Kobe lands on light, but as well takes on C on his knees. He will be going, and Solo confirming the elimination. He cooks up another grenade. The nades are connecting Solo, but Shiva is not even that close to save his teammate. He cannot do anything. He cannot fly to where they are. But of course, they have the numbers. Kuza is still standing, and so is Shiva. Beautiful Kobe's there coming from foul play. Love those grenades. Natural Killers, they're holding on to that shark because their life depends on it. But they need to get moving as well. I mean, you can see teams like FOWL and RUTHLESS, they're sporting teams as they make their rotations. Killers, he gets to sports. The player there from Team Pride, the Shy, will be trying to make it to the zone, but that journey will be cut short as he tries to go on. Team Pride, they do not have the zone. They're getting pressured, and the Natural Killers are doing as their name suggests. They are actually farming those eliminations. Team Pride, one of them gets not eliminated there by FOWL and RUTHLESS. They're trying to make their way as well. Swashi has been damaged. Who's this spray? Whose spray was that? Because that is beautiful. The damage was amazing. Foul play, of course, taking advantage of this knock here. They're trying to get closer to their teammates. They're trying to get the revive. But with that zone shifting, they should also be a little bit quick on their feet before they're pressured with the blue zone. The team that is GAMAX Esports, they're getting closer as well. They're farming some loot at this time. I don't know why. But of course, they need the utilities. They need the utilities to do something about it. But we'll see if that's the case. They're 4-kill esports. They are making their rotations. There's a team that is quite close to them. But of course, no one wants to engage just yet. 6 teams still standing. Team Unique is here. They are not moving just yet. I don't think they have the zone. They don't have enough time to stay there. GAMAX Esports as well. The zone is not with them. And so is Synthesis. These 2 teams, they need to get moving. But Shiva has been spotted, locked in, and they want to take on that kill. Team Unique there. One of the teammates which seems to have been spotted. Natural Killers are enjoying this shot. They're getting eliminations back to back. But for how long? Team Unique, the revive needs to happen. 10 seconds in, and we're going into that 7th phase of the zone. Somebody has to be held accountable for why they are this late to going into that safe zone. But then so far, Synthesis is not moving a muscle. Someone finally decides to fold, and 4-kill will be pushed by Synthesis, who have immediately changed their position, and they want nothing to do with that fight. 4-kill securing another place in the zone there. Team in exporting them. Beautiful damage there from Peach. Saul's very much aware. Cash has been spotted. The damage is good, and he wants to get more going. A grenade is about to be launched on them. It's going to be a Kobe if it's well, but the zone says not today, Team Unique. And 4Kill Esports will be getting those eliminations easy because of that zone rotation. As we have a synthesis there being spotted. Moon trying to get some damage, but then no one is really getting spotted just yet. The sprays are in. Smokes have been thrown every single area. They need to blind the enemy, but look at the grenades being cooked. They're actually really good, and they're getting damage on Mamoon. He decides to move away from that revive, because right now all that matters is that Chicken, Adina, natural killers. We do have Shroud and the teammates. They want to get closer. Foul play right on their southern side. They're also very close to the natural killers. Anything could happen. Mamoon says, we better pressure these guys. They're going for that. Shroud goes down, and Bane did not stand a chance because Mamoon and his teammate Vargas did not come to play. 3 teams remain standing. Foul play, holding up grenades, looking for Kobe's. The nades are going in. They're not really connecting, but they're landing a bit closer. You have Mamoon, but they're not really connecting just yet. Foul play, they're getting distracted. Solo being supported by Synthesis, and that knock will be there. Now, here's the thing. A little bit of some distraction there. It will be giving 4Kill that opportunity to get closer, and the smokes are quite a number, enough for them to be able to apply pressure on foul play. 2 of their teammates, they changed their location. 4Kill, we have Mamoon again, and Vargas, and also Medsus, all of them going in for that push, not letting any man stay behind. Foul play, they have been a push there. We have one of the teammates, Medsus goes down. Foul play is able to get some numbers, and as Mamoon tries to get some cover, he gets one player down. The zone is getting damaged. Mamoon, he's using that smoke to give him cover, but of course he has been spotted by foul play. That will be Yobo taking him back to lobby. 2 teams remain standing. Yobo does go in for that push. He knows there's no time to waste. One of the teammates from Synthesis is down. A grenade is about to be a Kobe, and that Chicken Dina on a foul play will be amazing. But of course Synthesis is not folding just yet. One goes down. That will be Zeke. A grenade coming from 56. He's looking to take on the players. Let's see if that grenade is gonna be a Kobe, and we have that Chicken Dina landing on foul play. That'll be another Chicken Dina for them if they continue with that streak. Well played for foul play. The amazing Chicken Dina. Well deserved, beautiful strategies, and it actually paid off. But we have to talk about the grenades. They're coming from foul play. The Kobe's are unbelievable. Unbelievable. Crazy. Who's asking? Oh, okay. I'll answer your questions later. But looking at the team stars here for foul play, we have Yobo. I hope that's the name. 7 eliminations with a damage of 751. Solo getting 2 with a damage of 253. We have, I don't know if it's supposed to be 6 with 0 eliminations and a damage of 16. And then 56 with 1 elimination and a damage of 267. I don't know if this is I don't know how to do this, but I mean, well played there for foul play. But who was carrying them? Yobo. Looking at the match summary, there are 62 elims compared to Rondo that had 90. Healings at 6,852, 60 knocks in total, 8 grenade elims, 41 assists, and 1 vehicle elimination. Of course, we know where the vehicle elimination came from. That will be Team Pride getting eliminated by fallen Ruthless player Shakid. Head-to-head, foul play. 10 elims for them, 12 elims for 4Kill. Okay, we have a total damage of 1,287 for foul play and a damage of 1,922 for 4Kill. Total kills are 770 for 4Kill with 725 on foul play. Total knocks for 4Kill 13, foul play 8 knocks in total. If you look at 4Kill there, you can see where the pressure was, and I have a feeling something is going to be different in the overall ranking. MVP for this match, it was expected that would be foul play player Yobo with 7 elims, a damage of 751, 6 knocks in total, and 100 heals in total as well. But so far, that's a good play there coming from Yobo. We have seen him dominating more than once. We have the top players, Yobo leading, and second we have 4Kill Vargas, 822 damage with 4 elims. Third we have 4Kill Mamoon, 609 damage with 5 elims. Fourth, we have GUF Radiant, Radiant with 3 limbs and a damage of 352. And then we have Kuza, fifth at 2 limbs and a damage of 366. Well played there for this. I think it's different teams here, but of course, looking at the overall ranking for game 2, foul play at 20 points in total, 4 kill at 17. Synthesis third at 9. Wow, that margin. Fourth, you have GAMAX, tied with Natural Killers at 7. Sixth, you have Team Unique 5, FOWL and Ruthless 5. Persecutors tied with Team BERSERK, ASTRA Creative, and GUF Academy with 4 points in total each. Team Pride at 3 points, Tie Warriors 2, tied with Royal Academy at 2. ZEUS Sovereign 1 point. The Executors 4 strength, and Ancient Champions at 0 points each. Well, that's a very competitive game. How can a second place team have 17, then third 9? Anyway, how am I to judge? Overall top players. I mentioned Shiva and Shakid. You can see how they're giving each other a hard time here, but Shiva's damage leads on ahead of Shakid, who has 9 limbs, and Shiva at 7. Vargas at third with 7 limbs. Fourth, we have Yobo, 8 limbs, and of course, fifth, we have a fallen ruthless player, Swashi, with 7 limbs and 870 damage. If you look at the overall players, you can tell these are the team players we have been seeing dominating so far. But looking at the overall points, oh my days. Fallen Ruthless at 31 points leading. Second place, Foul Play at 30. 1 point margin changes the table. Foul Kill at 21. They have a long way there. Synthesis at 19. Astra Creative 16. GAMAX Esports 15 points. GUF Academy 13, Tribers at 12, Natural Killers 8. Then we have an exciting tie here. Executors, 4 strength, Team BERSERK, ZEUS Sovereign, all tied at 7 points each. Team Unique, Persecutors, Team Pride, 6 points each. Royal Academy at 5th, and then Ancient Champions at 0. What's happening? What's happening? But that's a crazy move here. I don't know what to expect anymore, but the tables are turning and teams are finally dominating. Well, of course, that comes to the end of game 2. That will be Erangel with foul play, giving us a chicken dinner. For now, we'll be taking a very quick break, and then we'll be right back for game 3, where we'll be going to that land of pure dust. BRB. All right, so we're officially back, and this time around we are going into a very interesting map that will be the land of the dust, and someone is about to eat a lot of dust tonight. I'm just hoping it's not going to be me. Mm, okay. All right. Sorry about that. So let's see which team is going to be dominating when it comes to game three of the night. That is Miramar. Game one in Rondo, we had Fallen Ruthless giving us an amazing, amazing time. Second game, we come surprised. Foul play cooks, and they serve us very nice jollof. And we enjoyed it. But now we're going into game three, and I can't wait to see what is going to be cooked for us. And are we going to be enjoying that game? Of course, we are. It is Miramar, and I am ready to be excited. I hope you are as well as you watch the live stream. But of course, if you're watching the live, make sure to like that live stream, hit the sub button if you're yet to do so, share the live stream link, super chat us, whatever you want to do to support the live. Table is open. whatever you want to do, you can do. So far, looking at the flight path, it is coming from the south. What? Sorry about that. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. We'll be taking a very quick break, and then we'll be right back after the break. And we are back. I apologize for that technical difficulty. We do apologize for that. But of course, the excitement sticks. We have to see how the teams perform in the third game of the night. Remember, they're only playing 4 matches. 2 matches are already down, and they have only 2 more to go. And then after that, they can call it a night, and the over ranking will be there. So I can't wait to see as well where the teams will be landing after Group A and B have played their first week of the semis. Next week they'll have 4 more games each group. That gives them 8. So I'm actually kind of excited to see how they will be performing in either of the games next week and this week as well. But so far, let's get into the game and see what we're going to be expecting when it comes to Group B in Miramar. Are they going to be giving us something different compared to Group A? Of course, a lot will be coming to play. It is Miramar. Some teams quite familiar with the map, some teams not familiar with the map. But of course, if you're an esports team, I think by now every map should feel like Erangel. If you go to Miramar, you just feel like Erangel did not rain for a year. If you go to Rondo, you just feel like Erangel got a little bit developed and they had to put some factories in the map. Okay, look at every map like Erangel. And the flight path looks a little bit different. It seems to be coming from, I don't know, the southwestern side. Val del Mar. I don't know if it says Valle del Mar or Val del Mar, all the way to Torre Ahmada. And I cannot wait to see where the teams are going to be landing. Seems like Synthesis and Team Execute. Seems like Synthesis and Team Execute will be landing almost on the same side. Mina del Valle, we cannot see anyone there. San Martin, I think we'll be seeing people going there. El Pozo as well. Water treatment. You'll be seeing people on those sides. Picado, Pagrid. These are areas I'm expecting to see, teams together. But let's see. They're still trying to figure out where works for them. Seems like where we have fallen ruthless, yeah, there's an early fight, but only a few teams have already landed in that safe zone, being on the southern side of Miramar. We have EXE, Synthesis, Astra Creatives, Team Pride. All teams here are in that safe zone, but for the rest, all of them are not in that safe zone, and they will be forced to make their way to that safe zone without losing players along the way. Picado, we can see foul play like around the natural killers around power grid. So of course that's another place we'll be looking at. But 4 kill have landed in the hands of a fallen ruthless. A 4 kill salt here quite low, was knocked and finally revived. But I hope they're not planning to, expose themselves even more. Seeing that the players from fallen ruthless are looting around where they are. Fargas and Marmoon. These ones are like twins. Where Mamoon is, Fargas is. If Mamoon is pushing, he's going to carry Medisos and Fargas will be somewhere lurking around. So if you're getting pushed by 4 kill, my advice, if you see 2 players coming to you, Fargas is looking at the 2 players. That's a beautiful strategy. I love how they work with that. Has worked so far for 4 kill. And I think I'm selling their secrets, and I apologize for that 4 kill. I didn't mean to tell people how you plan your fights, so I'm sorry about that. Tribury is another team that is doing a good deed here. Quite excited to see what Triburies can do more. Kairos, Haida, Jojo, and Topsy. We'll be waiting to see how they are performing. The natural killers. Last game, Scurvy was the first player to be taken back to lobby. I hope that will not be the case again. But then we have the persecutors almost in the same place as the natural killers. But for the persecutors, they are changing their location as well. If you look at 10th place to 16th place, actually 17th place, all these teams, it's from 9th place, it's a 1-point margin. Anyone can go to that top position. Anyone can make it there. So we'll wait and see. Natural killers. We have them looting around where we have the persecutors. Someone has been spotted. That is Kirby again. I do not say I'm the one who's making him get spotted by you. You know what I'm saying. Scurvy. Not a good thing to get eliminated all in the game, but of course a nice flank there from Savage. Scurvy has to be very aware of this, and we have Savage exposing his location. We have Chigor gets a 1 knock on Scurvy. 3 players remain standing: Bane, Suave, and Shroud. Unfortunately, Scurvy will be going back to lobby. Natural killers, you're losing a fight a little bit too early, so not a good look. But Chigor giving us the first blood of the night. If you don't understand Miramar, I feel like it tends to be a very bad map for most teams. It's sort of their downfall, and they end up losing points along the way. But of course, if you look at, again, we'll have to look at the points and judge, because first and second place, it's 1 point away. 9th to 17th place. Each 1-1-1, 2-2, then 3-3 to get to 9th place. Now, teams like Tri Warriors, GUF, another 1 point. Basically, the whole lobby just needs a point to move to the next step. They need 1 point. The only teams that need more points is 3rd place to 2nd place. 9 points away, that's a lot. They need kills and they need placement points to get to where Foul Play and Fallen Ruthless are. Without that, there's no way they will get to where they are. So I cannot wait to see how they will be bridging that gap there from 4 kill to Foul Play. We have seen some fans there in the comment section asking about them. So of course, that's something we'll be looking at to see if they do it right or not. Synthesis, Astra Creatives, GAMAX, GUF, Triburies, they do not need much as well. Excuse me. Getting from one place to the other is basically points away. Otherwise, Let's wait and see how the teams are going to be performing. I am quite excited and I want to see which team will be giving us that chicken dinner. Like I said, new signups, new lineups, new names, new sponsors. Huh? All I know is, guys, if you don't work hard, PMNC for your region has a prize pool. I hope you're counting your money as you're playing. I'm sorry, but everything right now is money oriented in this life. PMNC in your region, there's a prize pool. Hope you're planning on having a piece of that. In PMGO Africa, there is a prize pool. So I'm hoping you're planning on having a part of that, okay? So please, if you're playing right now in SSA, be as observant as you can. Learn your opponents. DM me and ask me which team to be afraid of. I'll give you all the 32 teams. Basically all the teams in the semi-finals. I cannot tell you the team to be afraid of because the teams in the semi-finals I think are the best right now. And you have to be afraid of all of them. So I wouldn't advise that. I don't know what to advise you on that. But if you watch replays, come back after the live ends, assess the game. You can see a whole map on the left side. You can see how the teams are making their rotations. Los Leons there, we cannot see anyone. You wonder why they didn't go there. Chumasera, there is a team. There are teams actually coming from that side. Mina Del Val. We have teams also moving from that side. We can see GAMAX ESPORTS doing a very late rotation. So of course we'll be waiting to see more coming from them. But of course it is just the beginning. It is just the semi-finale. But so far, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Good. Sorry about that. But so far, no one is taking on each other. We still have 17 teams. 17 teams. Second phase of the zone, going into the third phase. No one has been eliminated apart from NK Scurvy. And registration happened. Seems like FOWL player has spotted a team. Full strength have been exposed. Seems like there will be a fight here. Finally, someone is ready to take on some action. Someone is ready to be amongst the first teams to secure some eliminations. They're not really focusing on that just yet. The zone is about to shift. In the next 30 seconds, the teams have to get closer to each other. Some sprays there from FOWL play. They're trying to get some damage on the 4 strength team, but for 4 strength, they are not falling into this trap just yet. GAMAX ESPORTS making rotations into that safe zone. 4 kill. You have them being spotted. Shiva trying to get some sprays there. One of the teammates that will be stars has been knocked by Light. Mamoon, he's trying to change his position, but Shiva is also trying to see to get spotted. He spots the vehicle passing by Mamoon. The damage sprays are coming from Shiva, but he's lucky this time round that he's not getting knocked just yet. This side of the fight here, ASTRA Creatives taking on 4 strength. 3 players down. It's going to be off now. Who's going to be saving this team? Is trying to get the pre-nades happening there, but we have ASTRA Creatives locking in with that push there off. He's quite distracted. He's trying to see what to do, but we have the vehicle going behind him. And just like that, ASTRA Creatives will be getting the first wipe of the game, 4 eliminations to their name. And they're feeling proud about that. They can easily go up and up that leaderboard. I think ASTRA Creatives are now looking for an opportunity to be amongst the best here in this game. So we'll be seeing if that's going to be the case. Team BERSERK making their rotations into that safe zone. Looking for safe compounds that they can occupy. Doesn't seem like an easy task though. Most of the compounds are occupied. See if that's gonna be an easy one here. The sovereign. Synthesis as well, like getting some damage towards their side. I'm trying to block hiccups, but they're not getting blocked. Give me a second. I think we're good now. What is that safe zone? That is... this is worse than the PMPL lobbies. What is this safe zone? Come on. And I hope it goes to the water, then we can see who's the better swimmer. No, I'm not going to be cooking up some bad game for you guys. But of course, I cannot wait to see if it's going to be an intense last zone fight, or it's going to be a little bit different for them. But then you have a team that is GUF Academy. They are losing numbers. Their teammates are getting knocked. Royal Academy is applying the pressure. Grenade has been held here. They're looking for maybe a pre-nade, and they're trying to get something happening towards Royal Academy. The grenade will not make it where they are, seeing how the margin is quite big from where one team is to the other. So they have to figure out a better way of going in for that fight. ASTRA Creatives make their rotations as well. They have a team that is Synthesis right next to them, and they might just not be able to find an easy location to occupy for the natural killers. The zone is pressuring them, and they need to get moving as well. Synthesis Casino. Not really exposing themselves just yet. They can see Team EXE, but a GAMAX Esports finally clashed with Team Unique, and Kaish is making a run for it. Same to his teammate, and he has been spotted, and Shiva is making sure that actually the runaway will not be working right now. Anos very much damaged. Shiva is still going on with that spray. He's quite low, but Lights will be finishing that spray for Shiva, and the fast stock is in for Team Unique, and that will be the last man standing. Kaish making his rotation, is looking for a safe place to be in. A lot of teams have already occupied compounds, and they cannot find the right compound to hold just yet. You understand when pressure is there, and you can see it right now for Team Unique. The three of the teammates have been eliminated. They're trying to look for a compound. Kaish doesn't know where to go, so I hope he finds somewhere for foul play. Oh, never mind. Kaish has been spotted and eliminated. Team Pride giving Tribers a hard time there. Two of their teammates have been knocked. Topsy going towards them, looking for a chance to get a revive, but you can see the sprays towards Topsy. They want to stop him before he can get a revive. Right now, all the teams are getting pressured. We are in the third phase of the zone. 15 teams are still standing, and someone is about to go back to lobby. FOWL and Ruthless, Tribe Warriors, they all have casualties. They're getting pressured. They have teams that are trying to occupy compounds, and the only way they can do it is by moving the people occupying it for now. Royal Academy, looking at our graph here, we have Radiant trying to change his position. Aizen opting to get some sprays towards him. The sprays are not really connecting, but of course you can see it is because of where he is right now. A lot of ridges, a lot of mini hills that they can use as cover as they make their way into that zone. But so far so good. Most of the teams are looking for that safe haven. Team Pride, they have 4 kills passing by right in front of them there. They are actually quite damaged, but they're still driving away, and they're not stopping there just yet. 4 kills. We'll be getting some sprays from Ash. They're not really connecting, and Fergus and his teammates, they need to find a position that works for them. Otherwise, right now where they are cooked. The zone, we have already Topsy swimming. He's practicing for what is to come. Stay there, Topsy. Don't move, don't move. But the other teams here are applying pressure on each other. We have a team like 4Kill finally going in for that push. That is going to be Synthesis, and they're able to spot Farkas. He goes down, leaving just one man standing. Medsus, who's going to be forced to get a clutch for his team. They need the point, because every single kill right now works for any team that is trying to move up that leaderboard. Foul play. One of the teammates, Yobo, man of the match last game, receiving some damage there from Team EXE. They're pushing each other quite a lot. Their team pride. They also have a team right next to them there. The fight is about to cook. RUTHLESS Academy. Here and there, Sporting AZ, beautifully done. A fast player goes down. They have many teams in the same place here. You cannot even know who's really getting to the other, who's getting these eliminations. But of course, if you're in the middle of a fight, you will be the one going back to lobby. Team Berserk getting closer to Synthesis. We might be seeing something there as well. But of course, Rich is trying to go in for that, which they know a team is right next to them. Berserk Goblin is also here to apply the pressure. Zedu and Sphinx in the same place as well. Synthesis, you're about to be pressured. And if you do not know how to handle pressure, someone might be going back to lobby. The grenades are coming in hot there from Team Berserk. They're looking for Kobe's on Synthesis so they can be able to go in for that push. A grenade isn't being cooked there by Casino, but he stopped cooking that grenade. Grenades are still going in. They're looking for Kobe's. They're not stopping. Team Berserk is applying the pressure. One of their teammates thinks they're going down. Zedu is holding that shotgun in his hand. He's looking for that push. Goblin are going in as well with him. And Zedu is also getting that revive. You have someone getting closer. Synthesis is unaware. Zeke has been spotted. Zedu, he gets the fast player knocked. Tries to confirm the elimination. But they have Casino right up on that stairway. He's waiting for them. He's getting the eliminations confirmed. And for Team Berserk, they're losing numbers 1-1. Casino applying pressure. Mook could be going down. They're getting pressured very well, but Casino will not be succumbing to any peer pressure to go back to lobby with other teams. He's not yet ready. And Team Berserk will be going back to lobby with that fight. The zone. Ah, no, Pubg. Now Topsy will have to swim back to Topsy will have to go back to land. It's unfortunate for them, but foul play, they have been eliminated. That will be it for them. Persecutors are going to where Synthesis is. Their milk mollies are going towards them. More mollies are going in. Someone needs some barbecue in the air, but of course the molly is not connecting anything. It's not cooking anyone. It's just hitting the walls. 10 teams remaining. RUTHLESS Academy. They're also not that. They're not really in a hurry. Most of the teams are not in a hurry at all. They're trying to get some push happening here and there, but they're not really in a hurry. Assessing situations and thinking about it. Persecutors, very aware of the situations. ASTRA Creatives as well. They have a team right beneath them. They're holding the roofs. They're trying to cook up grenades. Yusini and a grenade in his hand is about to be a Kobe. A molly was also launched towards him, but of course the molly will not be doing anything to him just yet. And we have Yusini. He wants to go in for that push. Someone has been spotted. Chukuluku. The damage is good, and Melio goes in for that push, knocks and fast him immediately with an S of K. Pew Pew takes advantage of the confusion. He wants to go in. He needs more eliminations for the team, and this Sovereign right now is getting pressured. Pew Pew goes in, comes grazing an M249, and he'll be getting that team ZEUS Sovereign all the way back to lobby. Now here's what is happening now. Teams are finally getting composed. The teams are now understanding the fight. See, he gets one player down, but FOWL and RUTHLESS is still cooking. Kuzer says, wait a minute, I'm about to do it as well. One Kuz very low, but he gets the last player from GAMAX eSports back to lobby. FOWL and RUTHLESS is surviving, but EXE, if he's able to get anything, he will be getting FOWL and RUTHLESS back to lobby as well. Team Pride still standing. 6 teams are still in the game. The zone is shifting. They are getting closer to each other. Grenades are still being cooked. Casino is still in the game, but someone is about to cook a Kobe, and Casino will be going back to lobby on that grenade from Persecutor player Lords. 5 teams are still standing, and as you can see, Lolo Kasap is very happy with Yang. If he sees him, he'll be the happiest teacher in PUBG Mobile. No one knows he's here. They're passing by. Look at Melio as well. He's passing by. But so far, we have Astra Creatives losing numbers 1 by 1. Melio trying to get closer. He gets distracted. Yang is here. He's healing in front of Yang. He takes advantage. And guess what happens? We have Melio getting knocked and will be taken back to lobby just like that. Right there, Yang is happy with that. So is Lolo Kasap and the teammates. Astra Creatives, they have to get this last player from Royal Academy. A grenade there from Tansky is looking for a Kobe on Yang. And guess what? Karma did not wait for too long, and Yang will be going back to lobby with that grenade as well. 4 teams still standing. The executioners. We have Micro Ice trying to pick up grenades there on Team Pride. He's looking for that chance to try and get anything, even a knock, but nothing is being registered just yet. Micro Ice. Grenades from Team Pride. That will be Don Kick. And that grenade actually gets damaged. Another one goes in. A beautiful grenade is being cooked, but no one is getting knocked just yet. Pride is cooking grenade after grenade, and the Kobe from Pride Yan will be giving them the chance they were looking for to go in for that push. And we have executioners are trying to crawl into that safe zone. They want to survive, but Team Pride says not now. Maybe another time. What is happening here today? Why is everyone pushing and the other teams are just doing other things? I don't know what's happening in game 3, but of course I understand sometimes it's tension, and we do forgive the tension. Pride Yen trying to smoke up the area. There are 2 teams remain standing, Persecutors and Team Pride. Grenades coming from Team Pride again. They're looking for more Kobe's. The Persecutors, they are very much pressured. Grenades again going in. And then we have the Persecutors cooking up nades as well. They're looking for Kobe's towards Team Pride. A nade goes in, and that would be a beautiful Kobe and down kick. 2 players knocked. That grenade from the Persecutors will be something I will be talking about there from Team Pride, what the experience was like. And now the 2 players remain standing. The push is finally going in. They're confirming the elimination. Team Pride can't do anything about it. The Persecutors are ready to take on that chicken dinner. They need the tables to turn. And Ian is trying to cook up another grenade. He's looking for a Kobe. Persecutors, they want to go in for that push. A grenade is in his hand. He might just be able to get a Kobe. And he gets 1 player down. Ian is still cooking. And he wants to get another one. But unfortunately, the Persecutors did not come to play. Tansky, a grenade in his hand, is looking for a Kobe as well, but the nade does not really connect. Tansky, another one is in his hand. He's looking for one to connect. He wants one more grenade. The Persecutors need to go back to lobby, and Team Pride are looking for that chicken dinner. But Persecutors as well, they need their winner chicken dinner. Team Pride. Well played from Yen, but I mean, Persecutors, the strategy, the patience finally gave them that chicken dinner that they were probably looking for this whole time. Amazing plays here. Honestly, what is happening? Group B, are we okay? Group B is making me happy, but it's fine. Amazing chicken dinner from the Persecutors. We have Lords, 2 elimination and a damage of 261. Ichigor with 2 eliminations, a damage of 257. Ravage, 2 eliminations, a damage of 332. And then we have Colonel with 1 elimination, a damage of 192. A team there bagging 7 eliminations from this game. And of course, they were patient with that game. And you can see what it bore. It gave them an amazing day here. I mean, that chicken dinner is what they needed. Total elims for this game at 64. Healing at 10,131. 61 knocks in total. 38 assists and 7 grenade eliminations. Now, what is that healing? Do you mean Miramar was this stressful to the teams? No way. But I mean, the 7 grenade eliminations are good stuff here. We have witnessed these grenades being cooked back to back. Team Pride and being at the forefront there with a lot of Kobe's connecting. Well played, well deserved chicken dinner with the Kobe's. Head to head, we have ASTRA and the Persecutors. 14 eliminations for the ASTRA creatives, and Persecutors at 7. We have total damage at 1940 for ASTRA and at 1042 at Persecutors. Healings for the Persecutors at 802, but for ASTRA creatives at only 173. 10 knocks for the Astra creatives and 6 knocks for Persecutors. That healing is quite interesting. How did this happen? 800 heals for just Persecutors, but a damage of 1940 for Astra. That's a big job. But of course, look at the eliminations. There have been twice each other, 7 for Persecutors and 14 for ASTRA. That does make sense. Looking at our MVP here, we have none other than ASTRA Creative. Pew Pew, 8 eliminations, a damage of 964. 6 knocks and a healing of 124. Well played for the team that is Astra Creatives. We loved witnessing you guys cook. That is what we call cooking, guys. When they say let him cook, they were cooking literal food, okay? Top players for this game. Pew Pew leading at second place. You have Pride Yen with 4 limbs and a damage of 1026. We have Melio. We have 6 limbs for him and a damage of 645. GAMAX player C with the 4 limbs and a damage of 577. And then fifth, we have GAMAX player Kuza with 3 eliminations and a damage of 661. I don't know about you, but this is crazy. Well played here from the team. Good stuff. Looking at the overall ranking for this game, you have Astra Creatives, even though they didn't get a chicken dinner, at 18 points, only 1 point away from the Persecutors, who are able to get a chicken dinner with 17 points here. Second, you have Team Pride at 16, GAMAX ESPORTS 11, Synthesis at 9, the Executioners 8, Royal Academy 7, FOWL RUTHLESS 6, ZEUS Saharan 2, Foul Play Title Team BERSERK 1 point each, but for Tribe Warriors, 4 Kill Esports, Team Unique, Natural Killers, 4 Strength, GUF Academy, and Ancient Champions, they got 0 kills. That was a very tough game for at least 6 teams to get no points from that game. How is this possible? How is this possible? Well, looking at the overall top players there, we have Pew Pew leading with 12 limbs and a damage of 1498. Second, we have Shiva with 8 limbs and a damage of 2293. We have, Shiva. Shakid come in third place with the 10 limbs and a damage of 1612. Fourth, we have 4 Kill Fargas, 7 limbs, 1719 damage, and then Play Yobo with 8 limbs and a damage of 1030. How amazing is this? How are people cooking this good, guys? We are ready for the cooking. We are ready for the meal. Amazing work there. But looking at the overall points, FOWL RUTHLESS is still leading with 37. Second, you have Astra Creatives jumping all the way to second place with 34. Foul Player 31, Synthesis at 28, GAMAX 26, Persecutors 23, Team Pride 22, 4 Kill 21, The Executioner 15. We have GUF Academy, 13, Royal Academy 10, Tribe Warriors at 12, ZEUS Sovereign with 9, Natural Killers at 10, with Team BERSERK at 8, 4 Strength 7, Team Unique at 6, and Ancient Champions at 0. I mean, again, guys, look at the margin. Look at the margin. It's becoming water now. It's becoming easy peasy for anyone to jump up that leaderboard. So a lot is expected for sure. But of course, that does bring us to the end of game 3. Amazing play there for the Persecutors, getting themselves a chicken dinner. And for now, we'll be taking a very short break, and then we'll be right back for the last game of the night before we can call it a night in Group B, Week 1. BRB. All right. We are finally back, and it is the last game of the night, and that will be Erangel. And you can already predict what's about to happen. Nothing that we know about. There's no way we can predict any team is going to be giving us a chicken dinner. Group B has been unpredictable. Game one, we had FOWL and RUTHLESS coming with that chicken dinner. Second game there, we had FOWL Play sleeping in and giving us something. And our third game, everything changes and the persecutors give us a chicken dinner as well. Now, in this last game of the night, I don't even know which team is going to be giving us that chicken dinner, but I will be here for that. And I need a team to surprise me, because without that, then we are cooked. But then so far, it is just the beginning of a very sweaty night before we can call it a night and enjoy our dreams tonight, because Group B has entertained us and we have slept happy. So far, it is just going to be a very interesting night here. Looking at the playing path, it is coming from the western side around Georgepol, going all the way to Napoliana on the northeastern side of Erangel. An area that is going to be crowded is going to be Saharan. I was about to say Saharan looks good, but of course we know GAMAX ESPORTS, no one is landing in Saharan. They always go there alone. Some teams, ZEUS and Natural Killers, always find their way around Zarki. But it seems like this time around they're changing that landing spot, and only ZEUS is going towards that side. FOWL and RUTHLESS, Tribe Warriors, all of them landing towards the north of Georgepol. I'm going to see what's going to be happening there. FOWL Play chilling in Georgepol, getting their utilities up for strength in hospital. They're also cooking up something. Team Unique, all the way in Pachinki, might be staying there for a while before they decide to make their rotations, because they're not really that far from the safe zone. School, we have Royal Academy as well. A team we'll be looking at for now. We'll be seeing how they're going to be performing. Lipovka, a little bit crowded. We have Execute, ASTRA Creatives, Team Pride, GUF. Why is everyone going towards the side? Looks like it's a very juicy spot to land. So I'm going to see how they're going to be handling that shelter. They have Synthesis quite alone there. Persecutors are on farm. No one is next to them. They will be comfortable with that location for now, seeing that no one is pressuring them as of now. But we'll see. We'll see. Four kill. Another team that I've seen fans in that comment section asking for them. So 4 kill, make your fans happy. If you're watching the live, welcome to the live stream. It is your girl, Mitch Gaming. I am your caster for tonight's games. Next week, we'll be having other casters joining us. And I hope you'll be enjoying the casts and the co-casting as we close SSA. I hope you guys have been having a blast from 200 and I think 5 teams or something to now 34 teams. And we're still counting, going down all the way to 16 and then the top 3. So all the best to all the teams again. We have to say that. And I hope you put in all the work and all the effort to making sure your team clocks in to being the best of the best teams in the sub-Saharan Africa region. To make sure to lock in and go all the way in, okay? So far, we have nothing really happening. 17 teams in the lobby, all of them are playing safe. It is the last game of the night. They need all the utilities, all the grenades, meds, everything that they can get just to be able to survive in this game. And if they don't do it right, then somebody will be pained by the results by the end of the night. So guys in the comment section, do not stay quiet. Tell me, which teams are you seeing that are going to be able to give us that chicken dinner for the last game of the night? Do you have any team favorites? Do you have any teams you're looking at? But let's see. Synthesis Casino. I don't understand some of your languages in the comment section, so, but I know someone was called a camper. Who is a camper? I saw someone, but Pew going in with that M249. He was like, hey, I'm risking it or I'm going back to lobby. Can be too. Guess what? He didn't go back to lobby. So I'm guessing this time, I think everyone should copy that and just risk it. Like, if you have a team, an enemy team there, ready to pressure you, pressure them back. I mean, that's the only way. Pressure on pressure. That's the only way things work. So in the comment section, tell me the teams you think are going to be giving us a chicken dinner in the last game. Group B is unpredictable. You know what's surprising me? What's surprising me is that Group A and Group B was done by this wheel of something, putting people in different groups. And actually, most of the teams went to Group A. But when you look at Group B, it's like, Group B is like, we're even better. And Group A is like, we know, but we are better. I mean, I was just watching Group A yesterday and I was like, if Brutal Psychos or a Pain, 23 Legion, these teams come to Group B, pressure. I mean, every team right now in the top 32, god damn, they're like impossible to beat. So I hope you're practicing, because these are the same teams you'll meet in PMNC. Same teams that will make you question your existence in the esports scene. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but no one wants to fight. But we have more strength, have been able to sport FOWL and RUTHLESS. One of the teammates there has been knocked and fasted fast blood from 4 strength. Qs, I've not seen Qs today. Qs, where have you been today? I've not seen Qs dominating, or was it not a plane? I saw Naomi, I saw Little Boy, I saw off, but I did not see a lot of Qs in that kill feed. So let's see if he's going to be doing something. But then Swashi is getting some dubs and Qs as he tries to go away from this fight. So I hope Qs knows I'm watching, because last stage qualifiers, Qs was actually doing a good job. So that's something I'll be waiting to see. But on this other side, GAMAX Esports seems to have spotted on their teammates from 4 strength that will be off, been knocked and fasted. Naming has been placed in that hot seat, and Light is not shifting his view from where he is. He's trying to get the pre-fires, trying to get something happening. But for Naomi, he's also trying to smoke up the area. He wants to change his position. Light will be making sure that will not be happening. Naomi takes onto some cover in the building, but the teammates from GAMAX are going in for that push. They need their points. They need something to cook. And of course, you can see the pressure that they're applying on each other. They want to take each other back to lobby. They want to give them the pressure that they can to be able to survive this fight. So far, we have Molly's there. Nicely done by Naomi, but Kobe's are going in. But for some reason, he's still standing. He's not going down in that fight, and he's giving GAMAX a run for their money. He's cooking up a grenade. He's looking for Kobe. They're trying to go in for that push. Naomi is ready with the DBS. He's waiting by the stairs, and Kuza is very much low, but somebody is cooking up a grenade. He's looking for a Kobe, and Naomi will be on that hot zone. The nades are still getting cooked there. Shiva is trying to get a Kobe. One of them goes in for that push. They're trying to look for him. Naomi, he's healing up. The teammates are passing by. No one is spotting him. But finally, they will be spotting. That will be Naomi, knocked and fasted all the way back to lobby. 2 players remain standing. One of their teammates, for some reason, is actually disconnected and will not be able to come into that fight. But look at the kill feed there. We can see 4, not even 4 kill. NK, they're trying to get him some spite here. Scurvy and Shroud, the last player standing. Foul play is trying to go in for that push, and Shroud will be taken back to lobby by foul play player. That will be Yobo, and he's still ready to dominate. Boy, I have a question. Is this scope like this in game? If you scope with this in the game, is this what you see as well? Like, you the player. I've not tested it out. I'm yet to test it. But is it your view? Because I know a spectator, I see the fire. Is that the same view for the player? I need to know. 4 strength lead boy is getting knocked by the zone. Synthesis CNMT. Hoping for a winner because it's time for dinner. What you having for dinner? You better share. Pride. Okay. FOWL and Ruthless from Smith. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Let's see if that's going to be the case. I'm excited for the last game. I need somebody to cook. We hungry and we need some food. Oh my days. Most of the teams are now losing numbers. 4 strength seems to have lost a team there. I don't think that was part of their plan, but unfortunately, that's how tournaments work. Team Unique. They have already secured the warehouse. Well, this gun is making me question a lot of things. I really hope the player is not seeing this. Because what? That's something else. If you've seen this when you're playing, then I don't think you can fight. Am I wrong? I don't think you can. Synthesis, Casino, and the teammates are making their rotations as well into that safe zone. We have Team Berserk right on their side in Saharan, but it seems like Synthesis are not engaging just yet. In case you're wondering, Synthesis which team? You're hearing the name Casino. It's like this familiar name. I've seen Casino somewhere. This is Team Anki. They did a rebrand. And GAMAX Esports C has spotted one of the players there from Synthesis. He has to be really careful though. The convoy is at the back and Sleepy is getting closer. Citrix is there. Shiva, he does get good damage, but he's getting distracted. Luckily for him, the teammate gives him some cover. C is able to get a player down. Synthesis are losing numbers. Sleepy is going away. He doesn't want to engage just yet, but 2 of their teammates have been knocked down, and the GAMAX Esports will be looking to get the eliminations confirmed. They are farming the eliminations, 5 so far, and they are not stopping just yet. Sleepy and Zeke, the last 2 players, going to be holding up for a while. 4K Esports are getting pressure there. Nice play there from Mamoon. He gets 1, not 2. Actually, 2 players all the way back to lobby from FOWL. Play beautifully done there by Mamoon. The S12K seems to be his forte. But as they finish that fight, Team Unique Madman gets in with that push. They know they're a little bit disadvantaged. They know a fight took place here, and he gets some damage. And Mamoon, a grenade, a molly, and a grenade go in from Team Unique as they look for that opportunity to push for I don't know why they want to take on this fight so far, but of course 4 kill. They're pretty ready for that fight, but being in that cave-ish, I can call it a cave, I don't think they want to take on that fight. They don't want to try that fight for now. The zone shifts, leaves Saharan, and will be taking players towards Rozok. Some bits of shooting range are in that safe zone that they can easily use, but most of the game fight will be in an open field, and I hope the teams are ready for this fight. Team Pride are making a nice rotation on that southwestern side, trying to make their way into that safe zone, with no one actually on the southern side of the safe zone in Rozok. So I think Team Pride is going to be happy with that. For Team Berserk, we have seen them trying to get as many eliminations as possible. 2 elims so far. Zedu and Goblin as the last 2 players remaining for their team. They're making their rotation into that safe zone, but I think I saw a team almost close to where they are, and they're lucky they're not looking at them or even aware of their location just yet. But for Team Berserk, they can actually get more points if they choose to be a little bit more aggressive and try and farm those eliminations. Just be with the numbers, but of course for them they have just 2 players standing, so I don't think the numbers will be favoring them. GX for the win. GAMAX, okay. GAMAX, you have a fan called Charles Bona, and he says GX for the win. I hope that's gonna be the case, because if not, you're gonna be making our guy sleep sad tonight. We don't want that, do we? Persecutors, why was get a chicken dinner this time around? That is not looking like it's gonna be the same case. Lords, the last player standing, he's trying to go in for that push, and S12K in his hand. He tests the water, he goes back. Oh no, Royal Academy player Yang will be knocked and toasted by Lords. Easy push there. Seems like Yang did freeze for a minute as he was trying to think about this fight. Not a good play, but for the Persecutors, that is a win. ZEUS, One of the teammates, Nomi, is down. Rosemary and Chukuluku looking for more. We have Astra Creative. Chukuluku does get knocked, and his teammate, Rosemary, wants to go in for that push. Pre-fires on Pew Pew, who's actually healing up, and he's actually getting commands. He knows Pew Pew is low, and Rosemary fumbles that elimination on Pew Pew. And that will be it for ZEUS Sovereign. How is that possible? Pew Pew was low HP, and I have a feeling it's an earphone problem. I'm not sure, but Astra Creative immediately the fight as their team Unique apply the pressure. Pew Pew, he doesn't have much to do there. They were surrounded. They were from getting on a fight, and they did not have enough HP and numbers to take on the fight. For now, Astra Creatives are down the numbers. One of their teammates, Rusini, is still standing for now. I think all he needs to do is just play safe and not engage till the time is right. GUF, you have Fridian. They're also losing some numbers there for Team 8 coming from 4kill. They're looking for that loophole to maybe get knocks on the teams that are trying to go in for that push in there. Batman Cave, because now they're not leaving this place. It's like their home, and they're not planning to leave, not anytime soon. So far, 4kill. This is the first game I'm seeing for Group B that we have actually lost 3 teams this early, because this is early. Their fights begin in stage 5 or even 6 because no one wants to fight. So that's a little bit early. But with that zone shifting, you have GAMAX Esports are making their way into that safe zone. They are probably going to look for a way of farming more limbs. 5 is not enough. They have the numbers. Placement points, not yet. 12 teams still standing. They need to be a little bit patient as they get those kills backed up in their total points. But so far, the zone is about to close in. We're going into that 5th phase of the zone, and the teams are now making their rotations into that safe zone. It has to be worth it. It has to be the right call. Otherwise, some teams will not be enjoying today's games. Seems like Astra Creatives was able to jump FOWL and RUTHLESS in terms of the overall points. But I don't know if FOWL and RUTHLESS will be able to breach that 2-point mark away. Tribal is at player top C, trying to scout out the area. They have a team that is Team Unique right in front of them. And that's the funny thing. Persecutor is still there. And he got spotted by Enos and he gets eliminated. GG's to you, Lords, for surviving that long. But of course, it was inevitable, seeing that the whole team was right next to you, and surviving that was a little bit tricky. For Team Unique, they have Tribe Warriors right in front of them. Jojo changes his position. Madman is looking to cook up a Kobe, but Jojo was able to change. Guys, what? Sorry about that, guys. I just thought it was not intentional. I do apologize for that. Yeah, welcome to my blackout situation. I apologize for that. But look at the teams. It seems like we just missed a couple of fights. I do apologize on that from my end. But so far, 8 teams remain standing, and we have the zone shifting. We are in that fifth phase, 15 seconds remaining. It is going to be a smaller zone, and all these teams will be enclosed in a very small area. And all you have to have is skills right now. Your sprays have to be perfection. Your calls from your IGL have to be the right calls, and you have to trust him. Otherwise, this is going to be a very, very hard fight to survive. You have FOWL and RUTHLESS. They're trying to get some pre-nades getting cooked, but the nades are not really cooked just yet. They're waiting for someone to get closer, and if they do, then now they will be able to get some knocks there. Synthesis player Zeke, he gets knocked off the vehicle by Zedu. A well played Goblin. Unfortunately, they are getting spotted by FOWL and RUTHLESS. That would be Shakid. They are trying to make it into the zone, but they're getting knocked as they try to get in. We have a lot of gatekeepers that are doing some housekeeping, and they do not want people going into their compounds. BERSERK, Zedu, is trying to make his way into that zone. The damage is quite high, and Team Pride, that is going to be Shar, is very aware that there's someone who's trying to make his way into the zone there. Zedu is low on utilities. He's trying to make it, but unfortunately the zone will be taking Zedu back to lobby. 6 teams remain standing. The zone is getting smaller, and so is the chance for that chicken dinner. EXE goes back to lobby as well. Now the teams that are remaining: FOWL and RUTHLESS, GAMAX Esports, Team Pride, Tribe Warriors, and RUTHLESS Academy. We have seen people mention these teams in the comment section, waiting for them to get a chicken dinner. So let's see if that's going to be the case. RUTHLESS Academy player Azen, a grenade is in his hand. Top C is about to get cooked, but so is Azen. Grenades are coming from both sides. Everyone is looking for that perfect grenade so that they can be able to go in for that, which they're not stopping just yet. Azen, you're very much cooked. Tribe Warriors, they have their grenades. Kairos, he launches one, a nice one, but he doesn't land where he is. Azen trying to get the P-fires on him. They don't really connect just yet. He gets more smokes in. He's smoking the area. He's trying to blind the opponent, but Kairos wants to get closer as well. Or Azen is going in for that, push the P-fires are in. They're not really connecting just yet. Kairos still creeping in. He's still using the smoke. He wants to get closer, but of course, so the teammate from Tribe Warriors are very much alert. Cruiser has been eliminated. Now the Tribe Warriors, they're being able to spot the last player from GAMAX, who is light, will be taken back to lobby. Tribe Warriors might just be looking for that chicken dinner. 3 teams remain standing. FOWL and RUTHLESS has 1 man, that is Shakid. And I hope he knows he's the only one who's a solo. And the rest of the teams have numbers. So Shakid is trying to smoke up the area, trying to make his way into that zone. RUTHLESS Academy Azen, he goes down. 1 player remains standing. Shakid has been spotted. This is going to be an easy win for Tribe Warriors. They have the numbers, they have the views. The smoker is getting helped there by Shakid. Jojo goes in for that, which smoker has been surrounded there by Jojo, and Jojo will be taking the last player from RUTHLESS Academy Smoker back to lobby. Shakid changing his position. He knows where the knock was. He's going in, and he's not thinking about it. He just wants the elimination. He goes in there with an M4, tries to get the damage. The shotgun gets past player, almost getting the second one. Actually, 3rd player from Tribe Warriors, but unfortunately, FOWL and RUTHLESS player Shakid does not have the numbers, and just like that, Tribe Warriors will be getting the chicken dinner for the last game of the night. GG's. Well, I believe that is it for the team that have played today for Group B. That was their last chance to get their teams up in this leaderboard. So congratulations to you, Tribe Warriors, for that amazing chicken dinner for the last game of the night in Erangel. Well played, well thought out, and that chicken dinner was well deserved. They had the numbers till the end of the game. So far, we have 9 elims in total for the Tribe Warriors, 3 elims and a damage of 543 for Hader. Tops with 1 elim and 251 damage. Jojo, 4 elims and 289 damage. And then we have Kairos with 1 elim and 358 damage. Well played here for the Tribe Warriors. Amazing chicken dinner, good teamwork. They did not really have much happening on their side, but with enough strategy, they were able to get the chicken dinner. For this game, we have 58 elims, a total heal of 7,963, 51 knocks, 1 vehicle elim, 38 assists, and 0 grenade eliminations. For this game, no one was able to cook a Kobe. Most grenades were just either dealing some damage or probably a knock, but no one was getting confirmed or eliminated using a grenade. So GG's to the teams. And of course, they were able to farm throughout the other games. But this one was just a little bit different. Head-to-head, TRIBERS and GAMAX Esports, 9 elims for both teams. GAMAX Esports dealing a damage of 2,098, while TRIBERS deal a damage of 1,441. Total heals for GAMAX at 1,076 and for TRIBERS at 507. 5 knocks for TRIBERS and 7 knocks for GAMAX Esports. GAMAX seems to have done the most in this game, from eliminations to damage to heals. They have just been moving around. We have seen them moving around looking for those elims, but unfortunately that chicken dinner did not find their way to their bag. So GG's GAMAX Esports, better luck next time. Looking at our MVP for this game, team unique player, that will be Unique Madman. 5 elims for him. A total damage of 749, a heals of 146, and a total of 4 knocks. Well played there for Madman. We have seen him trying to carry the team, but unfortunately the game did not go as planned and Team Unique was not able to survive longer. So GG's on that Madman, and well played, well deserved. Top players, Madman leading. Second place, you have Shakid, 4 limbs and a damage of 733. You have Pubg at 4 limbs and a damage of 625. Fourth, we have BERSERK player, Goblin, 4 limbs and a damage of 589. And fifth place, we have GAMAX Esports player, Light, with an elimination of 3 and a damage of 779. Good stuff from all the team MVPs for giving it their all for their teams, even though some did not get that chicken dinner. Looking at the total points for this game, you have TRIBERS at 19 points. Second, you have GAMAX Esports with 13. FOWL and RUTHLESS at 10, but Team Unique 9, BERSERK, ROL Academy, and Team Pride 6 points each. FOWL Play and ASTRA Creative 5 points each. 4Kill at 4, Execution at and 4 Strength at 2, Persecutors, Synthesis, and GUF Academy at 1 point each. But for the Natural Killers, ZEUS, Sovereign, and Ancient Champions, they have 0 points each. That's a very long stretch for the teams that have not gotten any points. Very painful. Overall MVP, it will be going to none other than Pubg from ASTRA Creative. 16 elims, 2,123 damage, 12 knocks, and a healing of 1021. Now that for Pubg is quite high, 16 elims, basically averaging 4 kills per game. Not an easy thing. It's seen that it's, of course, a competitive setting, and getting elims can be a little bit tricky. So bagging all this just from one day is a lot coming from Pubg. So big ups to you, and being crowned the overall MVP for the last games, the games all in total for Group B. Good stuff there, Pubg. For ASTRA Creatives, more could come their side. Overall top players, Shakid at 14 elims, a damage of 2,345. Shiva third place, 10 elims, a damage of 2716. Fourth, we have Yobo from FOWL Play, 10 elims, a damage of 1277. And then BERSERK Goblin from Team BERSERK with 8 elims and a damage of 1,697. This is really interesting seeing Goblin here, knowing that we haven't seen much of him on the MVP list, but somehow from that game, he jumped up the list and made his way to the top 5 players for the games tonight in Group B. So good stuff, well played, amazing games coming from all these MVP players. Of course, they deserved it, we saw it, but of course, I'm sure next week, things might just be a little bit different. And the overall rankings are 8. And guess what? GAMAX Esports jumps, I think, 3 points, 3 slots by the time we're starting game 1. Well played. Good stuff there. FOWL and RUTHLESS at first place with 47. Second place, you have GAMAX Esports at 39, tying with ASTRA Creatives. And then we have fourth place, FOWL Play with 36. Fifth, you have TRIBERS at 31, Synthesis at 29, Team Pride 28, 4Kill 25, Persecutors 24, ROL Academy at 18. We have Executioners 17. Team Unique at 15. GUF Academy, Tiny Team BERSERK at 14. Force Strength, ZEUS Sovereign at 9. Natural Killers at 8. And then Chain Champions at 0. Good stuff here from all the teams. Well deserved, well played. And FOWL Ruthless, good stuff on dominating. The 4 games are done. First game, we had FOWL Ruthless at the Chicken Dinner in Erangel. Second game, in Rondo, sorry. Second game in Erangel, we had foul play. Third game, Miramar, we had Persecutors. And then fourth game, we had Tribe Warriors giving us the Chicken Dinner. Well, that is it for tonight's games. It was an amazing, amazing night. It has been an honor being your caster. Thank you so much for everyone who joined the live stream, the likes, and the new subscribers. It has been your girl, Mitch Gaming, and I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, but with a new caster joining the desk. For now, it will be good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.